Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to the Kingdom Bible Reviews. It's been a while. It's been over a month. There's a few reasons. One, for my job, it requires me to be on the road. So I was actually on the road for the better part of April and into May. So I haven't been around home that much. And now that I'm home and kind of settled a bit, I thought it would be a good idea to get back into these. It's a lot tougher to do Bible reviews in a semi-truck than it is at your kitchen table. So that's the one reason. But the the bigger reason, folks, is I just haven't been buying a lot of Bibles lately. This is actually one of the first Bibles I've purchased in the past couple of months. This is a very expensive hobby, and Bible publishers are not necessarily beating down my door to send me any review copies or anything. So I'm kind of just winging this, and going forward, I'll do Bible reviews when I get Bibles, but they're not going to be that frequent, just because I don't get a lot of new Bibles coming through my home here, through my collection. But this one is unique because I saw this actually. Tim Wildsmith did a review of this, the Majestic Illuminated Bible in the KJV. He did this review probably 2 months ago. He thought it was a really cool Bible, but I just saw the review he did of a hardcover, and lo and behold, I found this, which was just blind luck. I found this. I didn't even know it came in like a leather soft, in multiple colors in a leather soft. But I saw it, and it was actually quite affordable. And I said, you know what? This is something I'd love to have. Fair warning, the Majestic Illuminated Bible is not something I'm going to be reading every day, because to me, this is more of a keepsake. And I'll kind of show you kind of the features inside of it when we dive in, but you can just see this is a very artistic, these wood carvings that are throughout the Bible, done in the 1500s actually. And just, this is more of kind of a conversation piece. I have collections of Bibles that I don't really read every day, like like a family Bible and whatnot. But I thought this would be a really nice conversation piece, and it's a really well laid out Bible, and you're getting a lot for what you're paying for. So as a daily reader, no, I won't be reading this every day, but it's an option out there, and I think it's a really cool option, especially for collectors that really like these kind of unique Bibles. So I'll go over here. It comes in this kind of slip case, but this is actually a better slip case. So it's like a sleeve. It comes in a sleeve that's the exact same as the slip case, and then it's got some features. So I'll read off the features here for you, and then I'll put. Actually, let me pause it here. I'll put it here, and you can pause it. Excuse the lighting. If you want to see the features, there are the features, and I'll just read them off for you here. 100 Reformation era, illustrations with captions. History of the illustrations, their creator, Virgil Solis, and the original Faria Bend Bible in which they first appeared. It's a single column text for an immersive and timeless reading experience. Hand-lettered book and chapter initials, like drop caps. You'll see that when we open this up. Maps in color for reference. Topical verse finders in the back. Ribbon markers. It's got one ribbon marker, and a 9.25 font, which, wait until you see who did the font in his. This was really cool. And there's a bunch of really cool information on the back here. A nice little paragraph kind of going over everything that's there. Done by Majestic Illuminated, Hatchet Book Group Inc. So it's a Bible publisher I'm not too familiar with, but let's dive in. So like I said, the slipcase comes. It's very nice. This is why I said this is like a presentation Bible, a keepsake Bible. It's got these amazing wood carving, drawing, like reprints of this stuff. Just amazing stuff. And here you see on the spine, I'll pop it open here in a second. But like I said, the Tim Wildsmith video that there was just a hardcover, and I didn't even know that it came in these really nice leather soft imitation leather, and it comes in this green, this like forest green, and also a brown, as well as the hardcover that Tim went over a couple months back. But you can see here, just really, really nice. It's printed on, but it's got texture to it. It almost feels like a sports ball. You know those balls you used to play with at school, dodgeball and stuff, like something like that, like those rubber balls. That's what it really feels like, especially with the texture of it. It's a very unique feel when you have it in your hand. But on the spine, we have the Majestic Illuminated logo at the bottom, King James Version, Majestic Illuminated Bible in the back, and there is the same kind of really nice. Like, I'm not going to say it's elegant, because that's like seems to be a word that everyone uses, but this is a Bible that when people pick up, they're like, wow, this is something I've really never felt before. It's just a really nice feel. It's got gold gilding, not undergold or anything, but just a nice gold gilding, very well done. Green head and tail bands, and then you got your one ribbon marker there. Very, very nice. So we'll pop it open here. It is paste down. So again, this is a very affordable Bible. This is not something that I spent a lot of money on, but for what you're getting, it's really well done. The corners are actually pretty good for a paste down. Like that's pretty good corner work. Really, really like that. Anyways, paste down. It's got this green liner sheet. You got a kind of a This is a semi-gloss kind of a page that backs onto the presentation page, which you can see kind of continues that front and back of the Bible. So that's the full color of the front and back of the Bible. So this is a glossy page here. Easy to turn. Majestic Illuminated Bible. Here's the title page. And these, I'm going to tell you, the pages are thin. They're pretty thin, which is probably, again, a reason why this kind of like is on the lower spectrum of costs. But it's a really white paper, and you can see the show through with the lighting here is a lot more pronounced than it would be if you're just seeing it by yourself. But really nice title page here with kind of a preview of the drop caps you're going to see here going forward. But here is all the particulars, and I'll show you here. This is not the cloth hardcover, excuse me. This is the leather lux. That's what they call it. Printed in China by Faithworks. And look who did the font. Look who did the font. 2K Denmark did the font and the typeface for this print in the Bible. So a little shout out to 2K Denmark. If you were a fan of their work, I love their Thomas Nelson, New King James and King James fonts. Just some of the best fonts I've ever experienced in a Bible are from 2K Denmark. But here's the contents page, and it kind of goes over here, a timeless work of art for modern readers. Topical index page and maps at the back. Here is the introduction on this Bible, what it is, going over the history of it, how much history there was from this Virgil Solis gentleman, and it's 100 woodcut illustrations inside of this Bible. Just amazing stuff. Theological symbolism and reflection. So you get a really nice kind of introduction to what this Bible's got in it, and then you dive into the Old Testament, and this is what you can get ready to experience. Now, again, the pages are a little tough because they're so thin to switch around, to turn. But once you get into this, look at this. That just pops, folks. I mean, that is just absolutely gorgeous. And look at those drop caps too. Just really nice. So you got the Genesis and all the books of the Bible are going to be in this kind of dark maroon font. And then you just get just amazing. I mean, this stuff is just, it is a conversation starter for sure. And then you have kind of paragraph breaks here that have like the headlines for that paragraph as well. As you see, it's a single column, and you'll notice that it's got huge margins. Now, again, I don't know if you're going to be writing in this Bible because it's such thin paper, but it's spaced out where you'll see here when we turn. I'm just going to show you a couple more of these pictures. But you see there, like the show through when you're reading it, it's not that bad, even with the pictures on the other side. In this camera, it looks a lot worse than it is. But you got the 7 days of creation, 6 days of creation, then you got the 7th day, Sabbath there, chapter 2, and you see the single column. It's not verse by verse, so it is paragraph format, but it's spaced out really, really well. Really, really well. And there you got the fall of man, and you see these just amazing illustrations. There's 100 illustrations. There's Cain killing Abel there. Just again, Reformation era, which is fascinating to anyone that studies the history of the Bible. That this is what they were coming up with in the 1500s. Just really, really nice. So unique. The Tower of Babel. So there's 100 of these wood cut carving kind of illustrations that are all throughout the scripture. And you'll see here just single column, huge margins in the side. You got your one single ribbon marker there. But here's some more. And oh, sorry, I forgot to mention here you got your image and your illustration, and then underneath it, here's the battle against the Philistines, and it'll tell you again the chapter that we're in 1 Samuel 4 verses 12 to 13, and here is the description of what is being presented there, which is just fascinating stuff. There's the 1500s era vision of the sanctuary, which is fascinating. This is just so cool. Such a cool Bible. Again, not something you're probably going to read every day, but just to kind of look and enjoy just the art and the way it's laid out. It's definitely something unique. So when you get to the poetry here in Psalms, you'll see it does switch. It's still single column, but it does become verse by verse. So that's cool as well. Goes all the way through Psalms. It does not go all the way through the prophets. It's just Psalms, and I'm not sure if Proverbs is as well. Proverbs is verse by verse as well. Awesome layout. So let's skip forward here, and here's Ezekiel, and Joel, Habakkuk. Look at this. This is just awesome. And we're at the end of the Old Testament, and then we get into the New Testament. And there's a break there, and then you have the Gospel according to St. Matthew. That's one of those weird things for me. I wish it was just the Gospel according to Matthew, but I know it's Reformation time and classic King James language. I get it. It's just one of those things for me. And so once you see, here's John the Baptist, Matthew the evangelist, Matthew the evangelist. I've never heard him called that before. Again, this is new to me, this whole Reformation area. But as you can see, it is black letter. No red letter here. It's black letter throughout. And just, amazing artwork here. Amazing artwork. Just such the Good Samaritan. So here's a whole parable with an illustration of the Good Samaritan that Jesus taught. Just amazing stuff. So 100 of those images and illustrations. Here's the 1 Peter, even got illustrations here in the epistles. And this is something I thought was cool too. See this? This is something that the sacred syntax. That's where I first learned of this. This is what Randy Brown did with the KJV store with that Bible that they produced. They did this same type of flow when it was ending a book. Really cool. Really cool. I don't know if that's the sacred syntax came first or this, but and here is the depictions of Revelation, the war in heaven. Again, 1500s Reformation era depiction of this. And then you get to the end here, and I'll just show you guys kind of what is at the end. It kind of goes back to the end of Revelation 22 here, and then at the end it kind of gets the little sacred syntax. I'm not sure what you call this. I'm going to call it sacred syntax. And it goes down to the end, and you have the drop caps, like I mentioned, those really, really nice drop caps. 5 lines of text it kind of takes up. But then at the end you get that little image at the end of each chapter. And then you have a topical Bible index. So all of these different topics you can reference. Jealousy, leadership, maturity. And then at the end, show you here, At the end, again, the paper is pretty thin, guys. it's kind of tough to turn, especially, I don't know why I'm holding it in one hand. I should do it with two. You get a couple of blank sheets here. It's probably about 5 or 6. Yeah, about 5 or 6 sheets, and then you have full color maps at the back of it. Nothing too extravagant, just, you know, typical. They're clean, they're crisp. It does what you want it to do. You get about 7 or 8 maps there, Paul's journey. And then at the end, the Roman Empire and the early churches. And then you have your paste down and the end of it. So that is the look, folks, at the Majestic Illuminated Bible. King James Version. This is done by the Hatchet Group, or Majestic Illustrated is the brand. Faithworks and Hatchet Group seem to be the publishers of it. Again, not something I'm going to read daily, but it's a keepsake. And it's a really, if you're a fan of the King James, this is one of those kind of, it feels like a treasured kind of representation of what Bibles and the images in the Bibles used to be hundreds of years ago. So just a really, really cool product. Very affordable too. I mean, I paid Canadian, I think $40. So I'm sure you guys can get this on Amazon super cheap. But and it's a really, again, this is a really nice feel to it. It feels like a rubber ball that you used to have in gym back in preschool, not preschool, in high school and public school and stuff. Oh, you know what I should do before I depart, you guys? We'll do some quick measurements here. We got 6.5 by 9.5, and then this is it's actually quite thin. It's actually just a little over an inch and a quarter, kind of, sorta. It's not a personal size. It's a regular size Bible. But it feels really good because it's more of a thin Bible, so it could definitely fit in your hand. But you know, I don't know if I would read this every day just because of the way it's laid out. I prefer verse by verse, and if it is single column's fine. I just need it verse by verse. I've tried paragraph. This is just my preference of layouts. But it's just the presentation of it and like how it's laid out with the drop caps and, you know, just the images. That's Jonah too, by the way. Anyways, I'll just start looking at the pictures for the next 20 minutes. Hope you guys enjoy the video. Now remember, I am, there's a reason I haven't been around. It's just, I haven't purchased a lot of Bibles. I have, you know, been on the road. I'm going to be on the road a lot this summer. But when I do get some new Bibles, I will definitely give them a review for you guys. If you enjoyed this video, please leave a comment below and let me know what you think of the Majestic Illustrated Bible.